Okay, this is cause number 30196, case of style of state of Texas versus Cecil Darius Gillis. Mr.
Yes,
Gillis,
Your Honor.
is that your full name?
Yes, sir. Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Gillis, would you please raise your right hand? Mr. Gillis, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Gillis, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Mr. Gillis?
Very fine. How's yourself?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Mr. Gillis, you're here represented by your attorney Giles Cole. Attorney Cole, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, Your Honor. How about yourself?
I'm doing fine. Mr. Cole, do you waive a record in Mr. Gillis' case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Gillis, I have before me a document that has been filed by the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office. It is titled Information. This information alleges that on or about May 2nd of 2021, while you're in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed to Class A misdemeanor offense of evading arrest detention. Mr. Gillis, do you understand what you've been charged with?
Yes, Your Honor.
And to this charge, Mr. Gillis, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, no contest?
No contest, Your Honor.
Now, you pleading no contest freely and voluntarily?
Yes, Your Honor.
And are you pleading no contest because you do not wish to fight or contest the charges?
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, Mr. Gillis, I have before me a document that is titled Misdemeanor Plea Admonishment, is also labeled as State's Exhibit Number 1. This document on page 2 have a set of initials on a line next to a box that's checked nolo contendere. The initials are CG. Did you place your initials on this document?
Yes, Your Honor.
On the next page of the same document, there's a signature above the line that is titled Defendant. Is that your signature?
Yes, Your Honor.
On the next document, which is titled Trial Court Certification to Defendant's Right of Appeal, there's also a signature above the line that is titled Defendant. Did you also sign this document?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Gillis, at the top of this document, there are two boxes that's checked. The first box that's checked states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
The second box that's checked states that you are waiving your right to an appeal, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Gillis, did you sign a document out there on paper that is titled Discovery Certification?
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, Mr. Gillis, before you sign and initial all of these documents that I've just mentioned to you, did your attorney, Mr. Cole, go over these documents with you?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did you read and understand everything in these documents?
Yes, Your Honor.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Gillis, are you a citizen of the United States?
Yes, sir, I am.
State, I have before me State's Exhibit Number 1. State, you like to offer State's Exhibit Number 1 and State's Exhibit Number 2 to probable cause affidavit?
Yes, Your Honor. State office both states 1 and 2.
No objections.
No objection. State's Exhibits 1 and 2 are admitted, and the court will also take judicial notice of the PC affidavit, which is State's Exhibit Number 2 in the court's file. Mr. Cole, you've advised and counseled Mr. Gillis. Is there any evidence that he's currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Gillis, your attorney, Mr. Cole, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is there any, or has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Gillis, I will accept your plea of no contest. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. We'll also find that your plea and waivers was freely and voluntarily given. I'll also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
We do, Your Honor.
And what is that agreement?
In exchange for the defendant's plea in this case, the state's recommending confinement in the Jefferson County Jail for a period of 30 days, and we're certainly not opposed to the defendant being given credit for any time that he's already served in the Jefferson County Jail on this case.
Mr. Gillis, the state is offering that you serve 30 days in the Jefferson County Jail. You will be given credit for any time that you are entitled to get by law. The court cost in this case is $327. Mr. Gillis, will you be able to pay the $327?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Gillis, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes, Your Honor.
And do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just?
Yes, yes, I do.
And do you accept the state's offer?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Gillis, I'll follow the plea bargain agreement that you have entered into with the state. Mr. Gillis, this will conclude your case. You can knock on the door and follow the bailiff, and you have a blessed day.
You too. Thank you. God bless you.
Denisha McMillan.
Denisha McMillan.
Oh, Lord, I'm nervous.
Okay, the court is in session and calls number 332124. Case of style of State of Texas versus Denisha Janae McMillan. Ms. McMillan, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
Ms. McMillan, would you please raise your right hand?
Yes, sir.
Ms. McMillan, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
Yes, sir.
Ms. McMillan, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Ms. McMillan?
I'm doing okay, sir. How about you?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Ms. McMillan, you're represented in your case by your attorney Giles Cole. Attorney Cole, do you waive a record in Ms. McMillan's case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. McMillan, I have before me a document that is titled information. This information alleges that on or about April 1st of 2022, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed the Class B misdemeanor offense of criminal trespassing.
Yes.
Ms. McMillan, do you understand what you've been charged with?
Yes, sir.
And to this charge, Ms. McMillan, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Guilty.
Now you're pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
And are you pleading guilty because you are guilty?
Yes, sir.
Ms. McMillan, I also have before me a document that is titled Misdemeanor Plea Admonishments, also labeled as State's Exhibit Number 1. On page 2 of this document, there are a set of initials DM on a line next to a box that's checked guilty. Ms. McMillan, did you place your initials on this document?
Yes, sir.
On page 3 of this same document, Ms. McMillan, there's a signature above the line that is titled Defendant. Ms. McMillan, did you sign this document?
Yes, sir.
The next document that I have is titled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Right of Appeal. At the bottom of this document, Ms. McMillan, there's a signature above the line that is titled Defendant. Did you also sign this document?
Yes, sir.
At the top of this document, there are 2 boxes that are checked. The first box that's checked states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
The second box that's checked states that you're waiving your right to an appeal, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
And Ms. McMillan, did you sign a document out there on paper that is titled Discovery Certification?
Yeah.
Now, Ms. McMillan, before you signed and initialed all of these documents that I have just mentioned to you, did your attorney, Mr. Cole, go over these documents with you?
Yes, sir, he did.
And did you read and understand everything in these documents?
Yes, sir, I understand.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
Ms. McMillan, are you a citizen of the United States?
Yes, sir, I am.
State, I have before me State's Exhibit Number 1. State, you like to offer States 1?
Yes, Your Honor. State offer States 1.
Any
No
objections?
objections.
No objections. State's Exhibit Number 1 will be admitted. Mr. Cole, you've advised and counseled Ms. McMillan. Is there any evidence that she is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
No, sir, Your Honor.
Ms. McMillan, your attorney, Mr. Cole, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, sir.
Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
Yes, sir.
Ms. McMillan, I'll accept your plea of guilty. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea and waivers was freely and voluntarily given. And I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
We do, Your Honor.
And what is that agreement?
In exchange for the defendant's plea of guilty in this case, we're recommending confinement in Jefferson County Jail for a period of 30 days. And we're certainly not opposed to the court giving this defendant credit for any time that this defendant has served in the Jefferson County Jail on this case.
Ms. McMillan, the state is offering that you serve 30 days in Jefferson County Jail. You will be given credit for any time that you are entitled to get by law. The court cost in this case, Ms. McMillan, is $327. Ms. McMillan,
Wait,
Ms. McMillan, would you please let me finish answering my question? Ms. McMillan, will you be able to pay the $327?
No, sir, I don't have no money, but you just did this to me last week. And no offense, no attitude, but I'm supposed to be time served.
She just been before the court, I guess, Shauna, last week and was given I guess she
Gave
had
me 30 days, I'm sorry.
a 2-for-1. She said that
My attitude,
she was
but I
really
don't
receiving-
The court, the jail is gonna calculate her time. They give you the time credit. So you'll be able to get any time that you are entitled to get by law. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
So if you have that time that you think that you have, they will verify it and they will give it to you.
Okay, you're just telling me 30 days, but it's up to them to give me time served.
That's right.
Thank you.
Okay. Now let me ask you
I'm sorry.
hold on. Just let me go back. And so the state is offering that you serve 30 days in Jefferson County Jail. You'll be given credit for any time that you're entitled to get by law. The court cost in this case is $327. Now, will you be able to pay the $327?
No, sir.
All right. Now, Ms. McMillan, I have before me a document that has your name on it, Denisha McMillan, and it says affidavit of indigence. What, do you have the date that she signed it?
So I'll be able to leave today?
Just hold on a minute.
they're gonna calculate it when you get out.
Okay, now, Ms. McMillan, this document that is titled affidavit of indigence was signed on May 5th of 2022.
Yes, sir.
Now, it has your monthly income and assets information, and also has your monthly expenses. Is everything on this document still true and correct today?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now, Ms. McMillan, based on the information that's on this affidavit of indigence, the court is going to find that you are indigent, and based on that finding, the court is going to waive the $327 court cost, which means you will not have to pay it.
Thank you.
Now, and that's pursuant to Article 42.15 of the Texas Code of Criminal Procedure. Now, Ms. McMillan, excuse me, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
And do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just?
Yes, sir.
And do you accept the state's offer?
Yes, sir. Can I say something to Mr. Cole really quick?
Well, let me do this here. Ms. McMillan, we are on YouTube, so you can talk to your attorney in private, but
Okay.
I have to get off of YouTube first, and then I have to mute the mics. But in the meantime, Ms. McMillan, again, the court is going to follow the pre-bargain agreement that you've entered into with the state. Ms. McMillan, this will conclude your case.